welcome to our segment, Angels and Reasons. We have Leon, our guest on this series. Leon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe just a little bit of your background and then how you became an angel investor.
Sure. I came to Canada in 1980 and got computer science in Canada, then went to MBA program. That's where I met Malcolm, who is very much active for running the Spark Angel or founder. And for the last 20 plus years, I was executive in information technology, working for major global companies like CGI Group and some international companies. So based on my background, based on my interest, based on the fact that I went with Malcolm to school together, MBA program. So I got involved in this wonderful opportunity.
So your story with Malcolm goes back much further than
Absolutely.
The Spark Angel.
Yeah, we went to school, Western Ivey Business School MBA program.
Cool. And so, what's one of the things that you like about Spark Angels and being part of the group?
Well, it's when I was invited, for me, I would say number one opportunity to learn. So being in corporate world, you sort of, you being somewhat constrained in terms of corporate, in terms of processes and meeting those new companies and hearing great ideas. It was extremely motivational. And also it helped me to bring those ideas back into a business world. Second, I'd say networking is tremendous because you're meeting people not only from my industry, which is information technology, but also from environment, from any walk of life, and so that's two major drivers. And I would say that another one is definitely the opportunity to mentor, based on my experience and contributed into Canadian growth and growth of our industries and based on my passion in the high-tech industry.
It's smart money, right? It's not just the investment capital.
Oh, absolutely. So like I've been involved in startups and as an investor in the past and as advisory and participant and so one wants to participate in success and make money, but it's not the prime motivator.
And so for someone that might be new to the angel world or might be considering being a part of the angel world or hasn't heard of our group, what would you say to someone that is maybe considering joining?
Well, it's first, there's no pressure. So as I mentioned, you're meeting wonderful people. You're meeting new companies, you're getting new ideas, and I'd say that it's absolutely motivational, and at least for individual like myself. And then when you hear a great idea, when you see something you're passionate about, that's opportunity to invest, an opportunity to be part of a success story. And another point is the investment are very measured. It's sort of the whole idea about the angel groups, not just Spark Angel, but the chapters in Ontario that you pull common thoughts and ideas and finance, but also somebody who's got even more interest, not being silent. They can be advisory. They can participate more actively. So there's many elements to benefit from being part of the group.
Lots of ways to get involved.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And so what have been some of the more interesting ones that really struck your interest, whether they were, whether it was the person or the idea? What have sort of been some of the things that you've seen early stage in the angel world that have?
Well, as a technology guy and actually working in a corporation, part of Innovation Group, I've seen there's a lot of wonderful opportunities. It's a question you need to make your choices. But lately, I've seen self-driving cars, and the individuals and the team came from Google and from Amazon and some other engineers and Tesla. And I found it fascinating that what they came and what they achieved in a short period of time and was relatively small budget. So it's still, this opportunity is still outstanding, and we're looking at it, and hopefully we'll be able to participate.
Perfect. All right. Well, that concludes this episode on Angels and Reasons. So thank you, Leon, for coming.
Thank you very much for having me and hearing my story.
It was great to have you and great
Thanks.
to hear your story.